G'day ladies and gentle tubers. This is an old arcade coffee table I made a couple of years back. It was originally a Raspberry Pi driven cocktail table style arcade machine. And if you want to see it in its original state, please click the link in the top right. But I now find myself wanting more. So she's had a full strip down. Again, there's a link of the strip down in the top right. And I'm now making way for a full PC build, starting with new front I/O, which I'm installing here. I'm also replacing a few of the old wooden panels with pressed steel. This kind of goes along with the timber and black steel aesthetics of the machine. After a lot of planning and consideration, including input from the viewers, I've decided to stick with the original Edifier stereo speakers. And to make allowance for the original drawer and storage, I've built a custom ITX PC that goes underneath the table. Please click on the link above if you'd like to see the custom ITX Case Build. I'm using this neat little Wi-Fi power button to switch the PC on and off. And if you'd like to know more about this or anything else on the build, please do ask questions. I'm only a small channel and love the opportunity to answer questions and have a bit of a natter about bits and pieces. I had a few viewers want to see RGB on the new table build, so I'm chucking in these cheap ones that I found on Amazon. Also, I have wired them individually and soldered new lines so they fit perfectly and make for easy cable management later. Even though this is an enormous space for cable management, the sides are open, so good cable management was essential. I used a lot of shrink wrap, double-sided tape and cable ties to make it all tuck away nice and neatly. I've used a 32-inch Sony TV panel as the desktop panel purely because this is what was in the original build. However, I found over time with the original machine that insects would get in between the glass and the TV screen. So I've used polyurethane weather tape to create a seal between the glass and the TV screen to eliminate this issue. With lots of cleaning in between to make sure that there are no specks between the glass. The screen is simply mounted to the back of the table using some timber clamps and screws. This is very basic, but there are not many more elegant solutions available. All of the television controls were soldered with extra length of wire added to make sure all of the TV controls could be accessed from the front panel I installed in the table. Then it's simply a matter of placing the top on the table, making sure it's perfectly centered and screwing it into position. The screen is then covered by a piece of timber with a chessboard on one side and a backgammon board on the other side. I did a bit of a dodgy job on the backgammon board and plan to refinish it later. Then finally these little beauties arrived, Sinden Light Guns. I've waited about 10 months for these and got a big help out installing them and getting the games to run from an American guy, Joel from Retro Lizard Arcade. There's a link in the top right to one of his videos where he shows off this light gun build, and a link in the description if you care to check out his YouTube page and his website. Since I first built this table, I wanted it to be the ultimate entertainment unit. So it's connected to not only the TV screen in the tabletop, but the television that you sit and view. This way my whole family can enjoy arcade games on the tabletop, or console games on the television, or light gun games on the television. The 4 Xbox One remotes are wirelessly charged in the under compartment of the table. The Sinden Light Guns occupy holsters under the table, and eventually everything will be run off big box and we will never have to see Windows Desktop at all. And so far everything runs great, except for Sinden Light Gun software, which is absolutely rubbish. But if you don't mind launching and running 2 lots of the software in the background to use the guns, I guess this is okay. Personally, I think if you're spending that sort of money, it should all be plug and play, and hopefully eventually it will become that way. Finally though, everything's running and all together. Another big thanks to Joel from Lizard Arcade, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and stick around for more content.